I have a lot of new followers on my page, so I thought I would introduce myself or reintroduce myself if you've been here for a while. My name is Tori, and I do work as a family court strategist. I know a lot of people haven't heard of this type of work, so it's very unfamiliar for a lot of people. So let's break down what I do and even how I got into this field. I have experienced overt abuse, covert abuse, and within these relationships, a lot of the times I didn't know that I was actually being abused because they pride themselves on not physically leaving markers on my body. So instead of hitting my body, my ex would go out and punch walls, fences, stand in doorways, threaten to take my kids away, threaten to destroy my property, even admitting to my therapist that he hid my property, hacking my accounts, and trying to weaponize the family court system against me. I tried to do the whole stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife thing because that's what he wanted. He wanted me to quit my jobs, focus on the kids, told me that it was more expensive to put our kids in childcare, and it does make sense. But when I would continue to ask for money or him to pay my therapy, he would consistently try and control it. And if I didn't do what he wanted, he would not pay for these things. So I would have to cancel certain things like therapy or going to the gym, just overall working on myself. After I escaped him, I did become homeless, and this is after my last parent passed away from cancer. And as this man was trying to reduce his child support, demanding that I go back to work after I did not have a college degree, I didn't have a whole lot of work experience because I had been out of the workforce for quite some time. Instead of fighting that, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back to school. I am going to go for my paralegal degree so I can start working at law firms and I can help other people who are going through this because there's a lot of things that I wish I knew. I wish I knew how to spell out things. I wish I knew how to be organized for lawyers so it wouldn't be as expensive. I wish I knew the actual process of family court. So while I was in my paralegal program, not only did I obtain my paralegal degree and certification, I also obtained a legal degree within business. And I started realizing that family court is very much a business. It's not what we're all told, that they care about victims and kids. And if you find people who care about victims and kids, it's actually really rare. But there was a lot of things in that program that were not addressed. We did not talk about coercive control. We did not talk about post-separation abuse. We didn't address how these abusers like to hack accounts and how they like to store digitally stored information and how to preserve that. So I would ask my paralegal instructors any additional programs that they might know about. So I additionally went on to obtain my electronic discovery certification, which is finding and preserving electronically stored information for court, which not every paralegal has. I also went on to become certified in high conflict divorce and custody. And I additionally earned a certification in coercive control with Dr. Christine Cocciola. She is quite literally an expert in her field. So what I do for victims who are in the relationship or have recently escaped is not only help them identify the types of abuse that they're experiencing so that they can identify it and document even better, I teach them documentation systems. This way, if they're self-represented, they can easily submit clear documents or they can hand it to their attorney if they have one. It's very much like a baton race. You do part of the work and you hand it to the next person. I also teach my clients how to leverage and use negotiations, specifically in mediation and additionally building their case. Applying the same logic that we would to a business, because unfortunately what they've done is put a number on your case and you are now in business, not only with your abusive ex, but with the family court system. I educate my clients on different professionals and how to think of this like building your team because it is psychological warfare and you need your whole army for somebody that is taking you down in family court. And I work with victims all across the US. I do talk about public cases on here. I talk about common tactics. I go live fairly often as well and answer as many questions as I can. But whether you want to follow along for the topics that I discuss and being aware of how your abuser will manipulate things in family court and the common pitfalls in family court, or you want to use my link in my bio to schedule a 30-minute phone consultation to start there to work together one-on-one, I'm here to help you as a victim who is in an abusive relationship or navigating family court with your abusive co-parent.